you ready? I said, are you ready for Let's Talk Whoa Hockey? And now, here are our hosts, Beth and Zach.
What's going on, Hockey World? It is your friends from Let's Talk Whoa Hockey. My name is Beth, joined by my dude Zach, who's over this way. If you're watching the video, I can't figure it out ever. What's going on, bud?
Oh, just getting through this Monday. One hockey game tonight, and of course, they had to be the Blackhawks. So it's
of course, they're playing the Flyers, so it's just a game of suck.
All kinds of suck, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. But hopefully, my other team that I do a podcast for, they clinch the division tomorrow night against the Rangers,
Nice.
or tonight, because people are hearing this on Tuesday. So,
true. So,
but we're recording on Monday.
Yeah, we're recording on Monday. The Hawks-Flyers game is on, so we'll probably give some live commentary while we're recording. It's 2-1 right now, Hawks. So life is good
For now,
we're about to go on a power play, which we all know is not our forte.
Nothing's our forte. Nothing's our forte. What are you talking about?
Alex DeBrincat scoring is our forte.
Patrick Kane being Patrick Kane.
Patrick Kane with like 11 million assists, also a forte.
Dylan Strome, resurgence of a season, also our forte.
We will talk more about Stromer later because we love that dude. Said, welcome to Let's Talk Whoa Hockey, brought to you by our friends at Shocked Hydrate. If you get a chance and you need some energy, make sure you head over to shockedhydrate.com. Put in the promo code, which is WOHawks or Whoa Hockey. I can never remember.
It's Whoa Hockey.
Whoa Hockey. You will get 10% off of your order. There's also a link in our link tree, which will be on all the descriptions in the YouTube description. It's on all of our social media platforms as well. So you can head right on over there, click the link, get that 10% off, and get you some energy, because who doesn't need energy these days? It's summer. The days are longer. We got to have some energy.
Well, the good thing is the flavors are watermelon and green apples. So you can't go wrong with either, because those are perfect things to have in the summer, especially watermelon. Watermelon is just so perfect cold, and then you just eat it. It's just amazing.
I'm not going to lie. I'm excited for those of you who don't follow me personally on social media. I'm doing the 75 hard challenge, which means I cannot currently consume alcohol for 75 days. Well, like 67 days at this point is all I got left. But I'm excited for this summer to maybe make a Shocked Hydrate cocktail.
Huh.
I've done it with Bang.
Okay. Oh, that's
Bang
right.
Cocktails are legit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's like what, Pink Whitney and one of the flavors, I think you told me.
Pink Whitney and Rainbow Unicorn Bang is next level delicious. Any of the citrus flavor bangs pair very well with Pink Whitney.
I need to try that still. I know you've told me I need to find out, because we have Pink Whitney here. I guess I just got to actually get the bangs and try that.
So I actually had it. We had a school day game for the Icemen actually go to the day game. And we decided to have an early morning tailgate because the game starts at like 11. And I was like, look, if I'm going to be in this arena where they're not currently serving alcohol with 10,000 screaming children, I am not going to be sober for it. So we had like mimosa tailgate. I brought the Pink Whitney and some bangs, and I was like, I'm tired. We'll pair it with a bang. We'll see how this goes. Like, why not? Let's experiment and see what happens. And it was amazing. I got everybody hooked on it at our tailgate. All of them were like, give me some of that.
Nice.
It was delicious. I was just buzzed enough to not care about the screaming children while I had my AirPods in on noise cancellation mode. I was listening to our play-by-play guy in my headphones so that I could ignore the screaming children, because it's a lot.
Because I used to work minor league baseball back in Ohio we used to be Arizona, the Rubber Ducks, and we had a kids' day where it was like also like water balloons and water gun day. So yeah, that was
that sounds exciting and awful all at the same time.
I mean, it was great when you were able to walk around as a ballpark, one of the game day people with a water gun, and try to cool yourself off or be like, all right, stop it.
Yeah. I mean, I worked at the Norfolk Tides when I was in high school. And people were always like, how can you work at a baseball park? Like, don't you want to watch the game? And I'm like, no, baseball's boring. Sorry, guys. Like, no one come at me, but baseball's boring, especially if you're a hockey fan. You get it. Like, it's too slow. It's too slow. I go to baseball for beer and hot dogs. That's it. That's
fair.
it.
That's fair.
It's fair. I mean, it is what it is. Don't at me. Like, I don't love America's pastime. Also, everyone, please say hi to Gary, who's like hanging out in this Patrick Kane jersey.
Oh my gosh.
He's just chilling. Like, he'll hide behind there too.
He loves the canner. Who doesn't love Double Ocho
together.
Who doesn't love Double Ocho?
I mean, not many people. The people who don't love him are the people that are jealous that he's not on their team.
I mean, we have, Patrick Kane, we got Amanda Conway, we got
Katie Burt.
We love all of our Double Ochos.
We do. We had this discussion when I was in Tampa. Like, all the Double Ochos. Lavisa, she's also amazing. Another Double Ocho. I mean,
yeah.
We just love the Double Ochos. We do.
We do like our 70s though, because it's CJ. So
yeah, we love our 70s. We love our CJ. We love our doctor.
Yeah.
Most of the time. I'm sad he's kind of hurt right now, but
is what it is.
It am what it am. It's the tale of Kirby Doc's NHL career so far is injuries.
Yeah, pretty much. Sounds about right.
So we were hopeful he would get a full season in this year, and
psych. So you thought.
So you thought that was going to happen. However, friends, it did not.
In the end, it didn't happen the way they thought it would.
The tale of the 21-22 Chicago Blackhawks. That could be like whatever sports reporter is going to write a book about this season. That's the title. Like, we just laid it out for you on a silver platter.
Shoot the season into the sun.
Just into the sun. I mean, good news is Alex DeBrincat's ready to extend a contract. I mean,
I was so close to the prediction of 50 goals this year. I'm going to be just under 10 short, and I'm sad.
I mean, he's had a magical season.
Oh, he has. All right,
and he'd probably be way closer to 50 goals if there wasn't that 3 or 4 game period where Derek King was like, let's break up the magic, guys. Let's just redo all the lines. Let's break up Kane, Strome, and DeBrincat.
Yeah, we've lost
the only scoring line that seems to exist.
Yeah, we lost 6 in a row, so I'm going to jumble the lines up. Jumble the
and
rest
break
of the
up
lines.
The only scoring line.
Yeah, other lines, sure. You don't break up the best line that you have right now, but what do we know?
I mean, we know. We've only been watching hockey for many years.
Yeah. I've watched all other sports, but in the last maybe 2 or 3 years, I've watched mainly hockey. So it's
yeah. I really just watch hockey.
No, you really nah.
Me?
No.
I'll watch football before hockey season starts because contact sports. Let's go. Right. But as soon as hockey season starts, I'm like, goodbye, football. I won't miss you.
Oh, the No Fun League?
Yeah, well, I mean, the NHL's not too far behind the No Fun League situation when it comes to some things. So
yeah, but it's hockey though. So I mean,
but we've got our saving grace because we have our People Having Fun League.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, they even gave out bracelets that said "People Having Fun." I'm wearing it. People having fun.
I'm jealous.
Genius.
I also need a whale bracelet, but
so I got this for my tattoo. That was in the care package that they sent me.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I love my whale.
We need to tell the owner to be like, hey, we need a whale flag so I can hang it up behind me.
Yes, hold on. I have to write that down because I told you last week that I was going to message her. And did I write it down?
No.
So did I remember?
No.
Whale flag written down.
Nice. Next to all of our personal podcast merch ideas that someday hopefully we'll get to.
I feel like the pod would be very happy with whale flags.
I think so.
Like not even just like the big flags like you have behind you, like a whale garden flag. Could you imagine
Oh, yeah.
like having a little Connecticut whale flag just outside your front door?
Oh yeah, for sure. Or
I would love that.
ones you have on your car, maybe a sticker in the back window. That I want whale stickers for my laptop and from the back window of my car because
I mean,
why not? That too. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this is the most perfect one.
That's
Focus.
Yeah.
Focus. It says this is my happy place. It's not focusing.
Yeah.
I love that sticker. Shout out to our dude, our follower on YouTube, Grady 8. Like that's him.
Oh, that's him.
That's
Nice.
him. Yeah.
Nice.
I saw he posted it on his Instagram story, and I was like, I must have that. Like, how much? Like, gimme.
Yeah.
And
Right.
there's one on my water bottle, and then there's one that's in color on my car. So, if you need stickers, you find Grady 8 Creations on Instagram. He's amazing.
All the stickers.
Amazing. So, you want to get into some hacky talk?
Of course. Why not? That's what we're here for, right?
I mean, that's why we're here. And, we're going to go back to the OG format. We're going to talk about the fun first before we talk about the pain.
Yeah. Depending on how season 2 goes, we might have a
whole lot of fun and a very little bit of pain.
Like 95-5 or like 99-1. Like, all right, the last 15 minutes of the show, we're going to talk about the pain for a little bit, but the first like hour and of it is going to be all whoa-ho.
Yeah. I mean, we need like the dopamine. We need that dopamine hit. So
just give me all the serotonin. All the serotonin.
Give me all the good feelings. I need all the good feelings. So with our wonderful PHF who have us very confused right now, y'all, we're not going to lie. We're going to focus on the PHF good right now because we got some more research to do on the insanity, and we will talk more about that. I know we said we're going to talk about the PWHPA in depth and all the PHF stuff in episode 6 because I feel like we really need to dedicate like a whole show to just that. So this week, the PHF did have a release from one of the many awesome insiders on Twitter talking about the new salary stuff. Melissa Burgess is amazing. We love her. Some things that she shared with us that are coming out from the PHF. There is going to be a salary floor this season. So last season, there wasn't a floor. So there was no real, make sure you're spending this money kind of situation.
Right.
So there is going to be a salary floor of $562,500. So that'll make sure that everybody gets a pretty decent amount of money. Like people aren't going to be making $5,000 and somebody else is making $100,000. So that's going to make sure that it's well distributed. The cap, of course, is the announced $750,000, which is 250% higher than last season, I think.
Yeah, it is. And
math is hard.
Yeah, well, the fact you're going for we shows like 500 something is the floor and 750 is the cap. Like you're talking about a good like middle where it's like you could go full out or spend like maybe 200,000 less to hit the floor, but at least we're getting closer to all the players might be able to play hockey and that's it. Like it's not just we're gonna have second jobs.
Don't mind the hockey fight happening behind me. I mean, it's fine.
Don't look at the man behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to the dog and cat behind the curtain. So the thing I think you were most excited about, Zach, we got 2-year deals.
2-year deals.
Year deals. Like
finally.
No more 1-year deals. No more having to re-sign people in the off season, starting this free agency period. 2-year deals. So we could see some of our favorites stay where we love them to be for more than one season at a time without having to worry.
Okay,
so I love that.
So basically, Conway has to stay. Marchman has
have a season. Marchman.
She has to stay.
Fuji, Abby.
Fuji, yes.
Basically, the whole whale, like all the whale. We just want you to stay. We love.
Yeah,
don't leave.
I mean, why not run the team back? Most points in the season. Most points, most goals, basically had all the good stats.
Kennedy,
yeah, the number one seed. Allie Monroe, bring her back because why not? I mean, Shannon Doyle because she's the captain. Yeah, just bring the captain back.
Bring them all back.
Yeah,
all of them. We want Shannon Doyle Turner. We want everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
just give us all our whales back.
Yeah, just run the whole team back. Like, why not? And give them all 2-year deals.
Yes,
all 2-year deals.
I love it. I'm here for it. Another exciting thing. Players are now eligible for a signing bonus up to 10% of their contract value.
Ooh.
So
money on money.
You get a $50,000 contract. You're looking at a $5,000 signing bonus.
That's actually enough to where you could just play hockey the whole season. Even for 50,000, that's still pretty good.
Yeah. The other thing I love, they released full transparency with this: benefits, medical, dental, vision, premiums, 100% paid.
Nice.
No deductible.
Love it.
Like,
you love to see it.
And they can add their spouses and children to the plans.
Man, I wish I had no copay. No, I wish I had no deductibles.
I know I haven't hockeyed in a really long time, but if you'd like to sign a 35-year-old, I'm a locker room person. Like, I'll keep the team motivated. Like, I'm your girl. If you need a hype girl in the locker room, I got you.
No, just hire us as your official podcast of the league. We'll bring everyone. We'll bring everyone on, and we'll still take the benefits. We just won't be on the ice, but we'll at least be able to interview everybody. Because why not?
I can skate. I can block shots. Like, that's fine.
I'll bring the snacks.
I'll sacrifice the body, and Zach will bring the orange slices. Like,
no, I'm bringing the organic premium orange slices.
He's bringing the orange slices and the shocked hydrate for everybody.
Yes,
like we got it.
You got to have the watermelon.
Yeah, they didn't release the details about it, but there are going to be also improvements to the meal stipends. When they're traveling, they're having to stay overnight, especially with the weekend series. And if they have to stay an additional day, they're improving basically their per diem, essentially.
That's good.
So
instead of just McDonald's and Wendy's, so we can actually make you guys have legit food from good places.
You can like splurge and go to Chipotle
or Olive Garden. I mean,
yeah,
why not? Some of it's good. But
yeah, but
fine. Whataburger. Well, they actually don't have that down there.
Whataburger.
Culver's.
They have Whataburger here. They are implementing a minimum salary, but they have not released what it is. I know in an article for On Her Turf, John Boynton said, we've had those before. And of course, everybody's following the rules, which we all go, mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Sure.
But prove it. Well, they're following the rules. Of course they are. So, but part of the problem is there are players who don't play full seasons intentionally. So I'm sure that there will be all sorts of stipulations, minimum salary for X amount of games is this much, for this many games is this much, so on and so forth.
They would actually get
confusing things.
They would actually get the players to play a full season if they just gave them contracts that are livable, so that way they don't have to work a second job.
Yeah, right there. Well, no, part of it is,
I'm just saying.
I'm sure, like pregnancy, et cetera. I mean, if you find out you're pregnant in the middle of the season, I'm pretty sure it's probably generally recommended that you don't continue playing professional sports.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the rules, but I would imagine, though hockey doesn't have checking, there is still body contact, and
it still gets pretty. It still gets pretty
spicy. Oh yeah, it gets spicy. Like
it's got a little bit of the spice.
It's fine. We love the spice. We're here for the spice. Yeah. We support the spice.
Yeah.
And then the championship bonuses are being increased by another 250%. We are going from $500 a player from winning a championship to $1,250 a player.
Wow.
So that is a huge increase. And I mean, there's obviously like swag and stuff. I know like the Pride got Dick's gift cards and all these other things. Hi, Kelly. You're being a needy girl today. So the dogs have taken over. Let's talk Woe Hockey. It's fine. You love them. They're our kids. It's totally fine. She loves hockey as much as us. It's fine. And then, as we talked about last week, there is not going to be a draft this year. So they did announce that all NCAA and U Sports athletes are going to be unrestricted free agents as of May 1st. And then teams can pursue any rostered player from last season starting May 1st.
And so,
I've not seen.
So any roster, so the Whale could steal players from other teams.
We could.
Hey,
but people could also steal players from.
Nah, the Whale are going to keep everyone. They're going to steal Kendall Score9 from the Riveters because why not add more?
You know who I'd love to see the Whale sign
as our third goalie?
No.
Oh.
I'm thinking of someone else.
Who?
Madison Packer.
I could see that.
I would love to see that happen. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I would just because we love her. We love Madison. We love Anya.
Oh yeah.
And it would bring our Packer clan back to the pod.
That's very true.
And we know Way loves the pod.
Yeah.
He rocks a Whale jersey. So
how about the Whale get Thunstrom from Minnesota? Get that speed on this
team?
Then
we get Courtney. Courtney would be in the pod.
There you go. It's full of pods. Just a pod full of whales.
just a bunch of whale pods. We'll just be 3 peas in a pod. It'll be wonderful.
Three whales in a pod.
3 whales in a pod. So, as we said last week, we don't have a lot of information about the PWHPA and what that league is going to look like. They have released a few details, but not a lot. They've stated that the minimum salary for players is going to be $35,000. They're expecting the average salary to be $55,000. They're going to have a 32-game schedule that runs from January to April. That they will include benefits, but they haven't said what, if there's going to be a premium, if there's going to be a deductible, if it's medical, dental, vision.
Here's my thing though. 32 games. Are we talking about 32 altogether, or are we talking about 32 each? Because that is a lot of games.
That is a wonderful question.
That is, if it's 32 each, we're gonna have a problem because that's way too much hockey, unless you're playing like midweek and weekend games. And here's the thing, though: you said 35,000 is the minimum contract. That's a little bit of a problem when the minimum is 35 and they're saying the average is 55. Because what's the middle of 35 and the highest number possible? 85, 75, like that's a problem. Like when the average is 20,000 more than the minimum. What's the highest contract then? $75,000, $85,000? That's a big discrepancy in the contracts.
Also, like, they haven't announced if there's a salary cap. So if there's no salary cap, you could have players making $150,000 and players making $35,000.
Yeah, that might be a problem for a lot of the players who are making like chump change compared to like players like, hey, I got to play for whatever because I'm making all the money.
Look at me, Bestie and a Tessie, like just rolling up.
And it sounds like some of the big name players are getting other jobs.
Yeah, Brianna Decker's coaching. Amanda Kessel is the first participant in that Pittsburgh Penguins executive leadership program or whatever it's called.
Like that,
and Amanda Kessel basically flat out said like she doesn't currently have any plans to play hockey. Yeah,
and then I think someone put it as like it does change the narrative. I forget who it was. It was like I'm paraphrasing. It changes like is it really is this league really going to be beneficial? The fact that you have all these big players getting second jobs, like
not only that, like are all these big players going to be playing?
Yeah, because that's a lot of people are like saying like the 14ers and the 18ers all might retire in the next few years. Yeah. So are you talking like Kunascoy and Schofield might be retiring soon? Is Hillary Knight going to retire? Because Hillary Knight's been all over the place on hockey commentary for the NHL the last couple weeks. Like she's been traveling a lot for that.
Yeah.
So
and she's good. She's good at it. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like she can get a nice contract doing that. So here's my thing. Is the PWHPA, are they going to have trouble getting this league off the ground with the fact that none of their elite players are going to be playing with them very much? Because all we hear is we're the elite players and we want to be the most elite league. but you have
Yeah.
players who are getting either other jobs or are flat saying we might not be playing, and some of them might retire. So it's like, what's the narrative then? Like, why won't you join the PHF then? If all your good
coming out
players
and
are
saying
leaving?
like, I have no plans to play women's hockey. I mean, that's a significant statement. Like,
Yeah, especially since one of the players is like one of the biggest draws, and it's like the whole narrative of the PHWPA is we're creating a league with elite players that are going to play.
We're going to be the elite professional women's hockey league, and it's like,
and like we're going to pair players and do all the stuff that we actually wanted to do, and it's like, are you though?
And all these players like, I kind of want to like retire.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we're not really like we love WoHo. Like, if there's no league, okay.
I will watch the league to be named at a future date, because let's be honest, they don't currently have a name. So I will watch the league to be named. I will watch WoHo because inject it into my veins. I love women's hockey. But
it makes me It makes me wonder, like, how much legitimacy does this league have right now for the fact you've got a lot of the big names already jumping ship before the league even starts, and a lot of them probably going to retire soon, because you're talking the 14ers, you're talking 8 years ago. Like, that's 8 more years of hockey without a league, and you got even the 18ers. That's still only 4 years, but it's still enough to where it's like, are they going to stick around?
Like, they're getting married and wanting to have like families, and
plus, like, what's the contract situations? Like, that's gonna be a big thing for a lot of the players. Like, why am I gonna be making 35?
I don't know. That's the thing.
At league
here,
men.
I will give you the last 2 bits of information we have about this league, and then we can't answer any more questions. They plan on having teams in the United States and Canada, but have not announced any locations yet. And they also haven't named the league yet. And that, friends, covers everything we know about the new league to be named at a later date from the PWHPA.
Here's my thing, though. What 6 cities are you going to have? Because
see, I've heard rumors about Montreal, and I'm like, but that's where the new PHF expansion team's going to be. So,
like, if you're the PWHPA, you're going to have they've had a Montreal team for the whole time, but it's like, but you can't have 2 you can't. I don't think.
But have they really? Because their teams have been like Team Bic and Team.
Well, because they've had
TD Bank or whatever. I mean, Scotiabank. That's the other one. Team Scotiabank. And
here's the thing, though. It's like you can't really have 2. You can't have the same. You can't have 2 different leagues in the same city. Like the NHL and the PHF. That's one thing, but you can't have 2 different women's leagues in the same city. That doesn't work.
I mean, I work for a company who one of our headquarters is in Montreal, and I was talking to one of my Canadian brethren. He lives in Montreal. His sons play hockey. We talked about hockey for like half an hour. It was wonderful. And I was like, if your kids love hockey so much, like, you guys are supposed to be getting a women's hockey team up there, like a professional women's hockey team. He had no idea. So, like, if this new team is coming next season, what are we doing to promote this? What are we doing to make sure this happens? Like, what are we doing to let the people know that there's going to be professional women's hockey in the city? He had no idea. He was like, when you have more details, message me and let me know.
It's the Boytons are really shocked.
I mean,
because it's not Boston.
Yeah. So and then
I would say the PWHPA. I can guarantee you one of them is going to be Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have to be because
of KCS. I mean,
yeah, and they've used Fifth Third Arena a lot. So I mean,
aren't they hosting a women's college tournament at Fifth Third this summer? I've seen our Twitter tweet out a lot of.
Oh yeah, it's the I think it was the JO. It's the J something showcase where it's like men and women's teams are going to be there. So it's like a lot of, I think it's about conventions and showcases and a whole bunch of stuff. I know we have.
Okay.
I think Central Michigan's going. I think Michigan as well. I know there's a few others.
Yeah.
We followed a lot of hockey programs over the last few weeks.
Yeah. So I feel like we should probably tell our Wohawks, because we told them there's going to be a guest today. So we're going to keep our guest a secret still. But unfortunately, that's part of the reason we rescheduled is he was not able to attend the recording yesterday. We have moved him to the 29th of May. So he will be here. He is still coming on. We just had to delay some things. And Zach was cool enough. I actually had plans yesterday, a friend who's Muslim. And so she's participating in Ramadan. And so yesterday I fasted all day with her, except for I did drink water because I can't live without water. Like my body is not prepared to undertake that kind of task. 12 plus hours without water is not it. That's the only thing that kept me from eating. And then we went over to her house for iftar and broke her fast with her and went through all of the different like prayers and rituals and everything. She was very excited to share everything with us. And so Zach was very cool to be like, yes, of course, absolutely go.
Yeah.
But our guests had to reschedule. So we had to move him to the end of May, but he will be coming on. We've got calendar invites and all of this stuff in the future so that he is ready. And then we've got more guests coming up in the next couple of weeks as well.
Yeah,
I know we teased the guest and we were so excited. So like, I hate to drop this on you 30 minutes into the episode, but
well,
we wanted him to be here, but life happens. I mean,
we have a guest on the 8th, the 15th, and the 29th of May.
May's going to be hopping.
We have 3 of the 5 Sundays are going to have guests.
Let's go.
And 2 of them, all 3 of them I'm really excited for. But there's 2 of them I'm really, really excited for because it's
cool stuff. We're not gonna put any spoilers. No spoilers. We don't want our Wohawks, who we all know are insanely intelligent individuals, to do digging and find out before we tell them.
Yeah, true.
So no spoilers, no hinty hints.
Hey, Wohawks, there is a
Zach.
No, I won't do it.
No spoilers, sir.
Fine. But yeah, no. But May's gonna be a lot of fun though, with a lot of the guests we're gonna have. So, and
plus we have PHF free agent frenzy coming up starting May 1st.
Hashtag activate chaos mode.
Activate chaos mode. Like, I am the most nervous human ever because no teams have announced any signings yet, and they can start signing like players from this past season, and no one said anything. And I'm like, why are you doing this to me? Like, please.
That would really
announce something.
I really hope Amanda Conway stays because she's gonna be the first whale jersey I want to get, and I really hope she is going to be with the team because that would be brutal.
She was the first whale person that I took a picture with in Tampa because her and Shannon Turner were watching the first game in the stands. And they walked by me and I was like, Zach. Amanda Conway, Shannon Turner, they just walked by me. What do I do?
Say hi while also wearing your Buffalo Buttes shirts and confuse Amanda Conway in the process. What?
It's so I was watching the Buttes game and I was rooting for the Buttes. I mean, CJ, Dom Kramer, so many good things. And so I had my Buttes jersey on because I have a jersey for every team except for Minnesota because they didn't have any jerseys available when I bought them. And I was wearing my Buttes jersey and I was like, I promise I'm a whale fan. And I pulled up my arm and she was like, okay.
Fair. That's fair.
I got a Bucky. Like, I promise I'm a whale fan. You don't see any other PHF logos on here except for, the league logo way up here.
Yeah, right.
But I promise I'm part of the pod.
Yeah.
And so she took a selfie with me. They were looking for her parents because they were there watching and they couldn't find them. Yeah. So, but she was the first PHF person I took a picture with when I was in Tampa. She's an awesome human.
Yeah. So essentially, keep Amanda Conway.
Please.
Just keep it. Just keep everyone.
We've already said this. Keep the whole team. Don't make us sad.
Yeah, run it back. Run it back with the whole team.
We don't want to make sad whale noises. We want to make happy whale noises.
Maybe this year's my first year as a whale fan that they go win the title. That'd be so great. Season 8.
I mean, me finally choosing a team was their first year in the final.
There you go.
I mean, we just make the pod bigger and then good things happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
So then we got to talk about the Blackhawks, bud.
Are we? Oh, we're over the PHF stuff. No,
We
that's
run
so
out of
bad.
like I said, no player signings have been announced. I mean, there's really not much to talk about in WoHo offseason right now because free agent frenzy doesn't start till next week. So I'm sure next week we'll have like a 4-hour show because we're like, okay, they signed this person, and all of these people got signed here, and these people got signed here, and these people are coming. It's gonna be crazy.
Right. It's just like, hey, who likes signings?
We like signings. We love signings. We love bringing new players into the fold.
Speaking of signings, Blackhawks, please extend Dylan Strome.
Please. Speaking of Dylan Strome, guess who is the PHWA Masterton Trophy nominee for the city of Chicago?
Well, it's not Dylan Larkin.
No.
Is it?
He plays in Detroit. We don't talk about him.
Yeah. I know it's a Dylan, but I can't think of his name. Oh, wait. Is it Stromer?
It is Dylan Strome.
Oh, of course. I mean, of course. It has to be Dylan Strome.
I mean, with the season that he had.
Oh, my gosh.
And all of the ups and downs he went through to then turn around and have literally his best season to date.
And think about this, too. Imagine him having a normal full season like this instead of Jeremy Colleton being Jeremy Colleton for about.
Yeah, but thankfully we're done with him, so we don't need to talk about him.
I'm just saying.
All gone.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like you give Stromer a normal full season where he's playing like this, his numbers could have been a lot better than already. Yeah. I mean, they're great now, but you're talking like really good numbers.
Yeah, I mean the numbers are phenomenal.
All I'd say is he better win. He better win the Masters because everyone in hockey wrote him off last year.
They did. Everybody in hockey wrote him off at the beginning of this season. They were like, "Oh my gosh, he must suck." There's
Blackhawks fans at the deadline, even though he was on an absolute heater.
Mm-hmm. They still wanted to trade him.
Excuse me. Yeah, they still wanted to trade him. I'm like, no. Yeah. He's a guy you need for a rebuild because he is really good, and he's a flash in the pan. He's a streaky player. He's been on fire for weeks now.
Yeah.
You keep Dylan Strome. You got to keep 17, 12, and 88 and they stay together. Never break that lineup. Never break that lineup. Yeah.
They need to stay together forever.
Lifetime contract for all three guys. Give them all 10-year deals. Patrick Kane stays with the Blackhawks.
Build the statues now. Build them now.
Patrick Kane plays with the Blackhawks until his mid-40s. He still he leads all the Blackhawks records because it's Patrick freaking Kane. Because why not?
Yeah. Well, you
Patty Kane 3 will be in 10th grade.
PK3 will be playing hockey with his dad. Patty Kane's going to be the next Gordie Howe. He's going to be playing hockey with his kids.
Fantastic. I'm here for it.
And you know the story behind the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, who doesn't?
I mean, just double checking. My dad, in his hockey room of glory, actually has the media print photo.
Wow.
From Bill Masterton being loaded onto the stretcher.
The thing is, I'm not surprised because it's your dad. He probably has things even the Hockey Hall of Fame doesn't have.
Well, and being a member of the media, that to him, because it's actually a media page.
Yeah.
And it's wrinkled at the bottom and stuff from where it was adhered to something. And I mean, but having been a member of the media, that one picture and what it came from and what it represents is one of his prized possessions. I mean, it's tragic.
Oh, it is.
What happened to Bill Masterton? It's I mean,
for those who don't know,
the man was an engineer.
Yeah, for those who
he wasn't even playing pro hockey.
No. For those who don't know, go look it up. Just take a read and understand.
We love our Wilhawks. We can give them a quick synopsis. I mean, a quick Reader's Digest version, and then they can do some more research.
Here's the quick hockey spark notes.
Here's our spark notes. So Bill Masterton played hockey, obviously, growing up. He tragically died in January of '68 because of an injury that he sustained in a hockey game. But he actually gave up his career. He went to college. He briefly played for the Canadiens and took a job as an engineer instead in Minneapolis. He still played senior hockey, etc. One of his friends was like, dude, you can play pro hockey. Like, what are you doing? And then here come the Minnesota North Stars. He is the club's first contracted player. He then went on to sustain an injury in a game and unfortunately died from that injury, which is why the trophy is named after him, because it's awarded for perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to ice hockey. And nothing says I love the game of hockey like quitting a job as an engineer to go play professional hockey.
When those contracts, probably nowhere
in
near
the 60s,
nowhere near what an engineer was making.
No, not even close. Not even.
Now it's different, but still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hockey players now make way more money than an engineer. However, in the 60s, not so much.
Not so much. Like, I think a hockey player's minimum is about like maybe 5-6 years of my normal salary. And they do that in a season.
Yeah. That tracks.
But, yeah.
Probably more than 5 or 6 years.
I'm being quite generous.
I'm sitting here doing the math in my head and I'm like, yeah, nope. Maybe a decade.
Yeah. Math was not my best subject in school.
Not a decade. I'll go like 7 to 8 years.
That still hurts my soul.
But if you listen, I don't know if anybody listens to Agent Provocateur. Love Alan Walsh. Love him on Twitter. Love him in life.
Oh, he's great. Definitely need to check him out. You definitely need to check him out on Steve Dangle Network. The network is really good. Yeah.
And so I was listening to Agent Provocateur, and he was talking about how like players really take home, if they're lucky, 50% of their annual salary between escrow, taxes, all of those things. They take home maybe 50% of what they make.
Oh, don't tell it to Brad Marchand, because he might have an issue with that with some of the teams in the league.
Look, that Lambo
got absolutely T-boned by a Prius.
Oh, Brad.
And the fact he tries to go after the actual Twitter account of the hockey team, and the hockey team's like, we're just a
hockey team, dude. Like
we're just the team's Twitter, bro.
Like,
and people are like, oh, he owned them. No, he didn't. It did not as good. It wasn't what you thought it was.
Can we talk about people's still misconception that interns run hockey Twitter pages? Because
no, they literally have paid social media people to do it. Because the funny thing is, I did a baseball podcast, used to, and it's been forever. I think it was like almost 2 years ago. I had the director of the content creation team for the Indians, now Guardians, on the podcast. He's like, everyone gets paid. There is no interns for social media anymore, because that's a 24/7 job almost.
It's a 24/7 job, but not only that, like billion-dollar companies are not like, let's pay the college seat, or let's not pay the college senior to control like our most valuable asset on the internet.
Yeah, our PR of social media.
I'm sure there are some points in time where, especially like on a game day, in the game, scoring updates, etc. Things of that nature. I'm sure an intern just hops on and goes, goal by blah, 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 blah. Here's the graphic. Have a good day. Yeah. But all of the fun, witty takes on hockey Twitter, friends, especially like NHL hockey Twitter, those don't come from interns. Stop saying, I bet the hockey intern is sweating after he posted this. Like,
there's one, and there's only the epitome of the best in terms of hockey Twitter. And we know who that is. And it's not the Blackhawks, because no offense to the Hawks, they're kind of a boring Twitter account. There's
too many emojis that make me like have feelings. Like when they post the eyes looking sideways thing, we all know something bad is about to happen.
I hate it.
And
I hate that
I
emoji.
get anxiety.
I still use that emoji, but it still gives me bitter rage when I think of the Blackhawks using that emoji.
I
And it's
only
like,
get anxiety when the Blackhawks post it. Anybody else can send things.
yeah,
You send things. We send things to each other all the time with
yeah,
the sideways looking eyeballs. Does
yeah.
nothing to me. The Blackhawks post one, and I'm like, what's about to happen? Nothing good is about to happen. Something bad has happened. What bad thing has happened? The world is coming to an end. Like
Yeah.
anytime they post that, nothing good has happened.
Yeah. So the only team, I think the best, the Avalanche do a pretty good job. There's other ones that do pretty decent. The Whale are amazing.
The Avalanche are in like everybody's mentions on Twitter. Like if you are an Avalanche fan and you post about the Avalanche, they're like, yeah, buddy, how you doing? Like they
Yeah.
are in everybody's mentions. They love their people. They love their Avs fam. They're in everybody's mentions. I see like random people. I'm like, Avalanche just commented on that tweet. Oh, look there.
Yeah.
How many Twitter admins do you have, Colorado? Because y'all are everywhere.
Well, they also have the main chick in one of the WoHo teams, and they have a side chick, so that's kind of a interesting situation. But the best hockey Twitter, by far and always, until someone proves me wrong, is the Carolina Hurricanes. Because let's be honest.
I mean, they are the offer seat champions. They are hands down the best Twitter bio ever.
Oh, fantastic.
Like, you always have to keep an eye on the Canes Twitter bio because you never know what's going to be there.
They're just, and the fact they almost clap back just as much as Wendy's, it's just amazing.
Wendy's is hands down the greatest Twitter account that's ever existed.
The roast days are always the best. Whenever we hit the roast day, you know they're going to be just absolute fire tweets, and I mean that literally. And pun is also
One
intended.
day, I want to be brave enough to tell Wendy's to roast me.
I want to do one on our podcast.
I'm not sure when it's going to be.
I want to do our podcast.
One day I want to be brave enough to be like, roast me, Wendy's, on their roast day tweet. It hasn't happened yet.
I want to do it for our podcast Twitter just to see what they would say about the podcast Twitter.
I have
that would be wild. That would be wild. Hey,
that would just.
Hey, that'd be a lot of publicity for the podcast, though, if you think about it.
It would be, but like, this is our baby, and like, it's making me nervous just thinking about like, they just say something really awful, and I just die on the spot. Like,
we must do it for the clout.
We must do it for the follower count.
Which, by the way, we still need more numbers if we're going to unlock the giveaway we need to do.
We need more numbers because I'm pretty sure, and this makes me sad, friends, I don't think that our YouTube subscriber count has changed since last week.
Bruh.
Like, why aren't you sharing our love? Because we love you, and you love us. And you should share us with your friends because we want to share the love with you. I'm trying to find the follower count from last week, but I think I wrote it on a sticky note and threw it away.
Those darn sticky notes, man.
It's one of those things where it happens. But we currently have 124 followers on Twitter. I feel like that's pretty similar to what it was last week. On the YouTube, I'm literally checking in real time because this is the only thing I didn't do my homework on. Forgive me, Wilhawks, but I was doing other. Yeah, we still have 15 subscribers on YouTube, so that hasn't changed.
What do we say? What do we say the goal was for YouTube? 20?
25.
25. Okay.
20, like not even that many. 25 people. 25. 200 Twitter followers, 100 on Instagram. Hey, we've got 69 followers on Instagram. Hey-o.
Nice.
Oh, 69. Nice. So
we're getting there.
We're getting there, but like, share us with your friends.
So yeah.
Like, I hate to beg, but we love you. Love us back.
Yeah, we want to get you free. Don't you want free stuff? Are you not entertained? Do you not want free stuff?
Who doesn't love free things? Like,
I mean, I'm getting free shocked hydrate, and I'm excited. And they're a sponsor of our podcast.
Let's go. The shocked hydrate is money. I mean, it's
The fact
amazing.
that-
Like I said, these little nose sniffy thingies are awesome. I keep it on my desk for when I'm fading at work.
Well, the thing is too, I'm getting both flavors. I'm not just getting a flavor.
Yeah.
I'm getting both flavors.
When I accidentally ordered the box that I ordered, I got both flavors. They put like a sample of the green apple in the box. So it's good. It's good stuff. The green apple, again, not my jam, but I don't like soury kind of green. I don't really like green apples anyway.
Yeah.
No, when I make apple pie, I put one green apple to like 8 other red apples. I do just for like a smidge of tarts.
Yeah, I do have to say though, the green caramel suckers that they do have like around Halloween time, those are really good though. So I would recommend
one of those. And
you know what I'm talking about though, right? It's the green sucker. It's got it's got the caramel dipped on top of it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I haven't had one of those.
They're so great, but they are hard to find.
Yeah, you want to know what I had a couple weeks ago, and I was like, this is a thing again. I had Dunkaroos.
I forgot they brought back Dunkaroos because that was like my jam in school. Like people would literally try to trade you for that.
Yeah, I was at Publix, and I was going down like the snack aisle to get like the little trail mix packs that I get.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Hark, what layeth on the top shelf of this aisle?" Like it wasn't even at kid eye level. It was very much at like, "Hello, adults who grew up in the 80s and 90s. Look what we have for you." And I was like, and they're in individual packs. I can just buy one and see if they're still great.
Were they still great?
Oh, very much so.
I mean, it's Dunkaroos. I mean, how can you not? I mean, that's like I said, like kids will trade you their entire lunches just for the Dunkaroos, and you're like, no.
And the frosting to cookie ratio is still spot on.
Not with Dunkaroos, because that's just it's so good.
My bad, buddy.
Oh, you're good. So before we move into more food choices and all the good stuff, the Blackhawks, they're just.
So since we talked last week, the Blackhawks have won one game.
Let's see, they've lost 12 of their last 14. I don't know how the score is going right now in Philly. Do I really?
It's still 2-1. So on Monday the 18th, they lost to Calgary 5-2.
Sounds about right because it's Calgary.
On Wednesday the 20th, they beat Arizona in overtime 4-3.
That was pure luck, let's be honest.
So following day, they lost to the Kings 4-1.
Sounds about right.
On Saturday, they lost to the San Jose Sharks 4-1.
That one you should. It's the Sharks.
But here's the thing. All of hockey Twitter came together yesterday and became Sharks fans because the Sharks eliminated the Vegas Golden Knights from playoff contention.
Are they officially eliminated? I thought Vegas had
I'm pretty sure.
I think Vegas is still kind of hanging on, but it's by a thread. Let me check the standings real quick.
So I'm looking right now. I like how we're both like, let's check the standings.
I
feel like I saw a TSN thing that said eliminated.
Vegas is still 3 points back at Dallas, and they're both at 79 games played. And I think Dallas plays Vegas next.
Oh God, come on, Dallas! Why do we have to cheer for all these Central Division teams? Dallas beat Vegas, please. For the love of God.
Tomorrow night, Dallas plays Vegas, and I think it's in Dallas too. So. The thing is, Vegas is still only 3 points back, and here's their last.
Vegas, from what I read, if they have a chance, they have to win out on the season, and everybody ahead of them has to lose out on the season. And I feel like that's something that, knock on wood.
Well, the thing is, they're only 3 back at Dallas, so if they beat Dallas, they're 1 back. Mm-hmm. Gets to play on Wednesday night on the road.
Trashville.
The Blackhawks.
Oh,
in Chicago, and then Friday night. Also, their last 3 games are all on the road, and it's 3 games in a span of 4 days. They're off Thursday. They play St. Louis Friday in St. Louis. So
look, I need you to win in Dallas so that we can end this, because there is no way on the face of this planet that I can cheer for St. Louis.
Here's the thing, though. Dallas is a -10 goal differentials and Vegas is +17, but somehow Vegas has been playing so bad that even with the same games played, still 3 back with their.
I just need Dallas to end this.
That's what everyone's hoping for, that Dallas ends it, because Vegas needs that wake-up call. Like, it's time for you to actually suffer some pain a little bit, because you've gotten way too much luck to start this whole thing off.
And then they ruined all of the good hockey karma that they made in the world by doing things like trading Flower and not telling him.
Yeah, they really
like talking smack about Panda and just doing not good things. Like
here's the thing I'm really worried about. Like, what if they beat Dallas?
No,
and they go beat Chicago.
Sir, I need you to find some wood. I need you to knock on it. I need you to not put these things in the universe, because right now we are only putting into the universe that the stars wake the hell up and do the thing.
They need to do they need to do the thing.
They gotta do the thing, because I cannot. I mean, obviously we're gonna root for the Hawks to beat the Vegas Golden Knights. Like,
how poetic would it be if the Hawks knock Vegas out of the play-in round of the bubble tournament, knocks them out of the playoff contention the following season?
Hold on. I don't care what happens in the Dallas game. I want this final blow to be delivered by the Blackhawks.
Yeah, let's give Vegas the shred of hope that they have. They beat Dallas,
and then
they're one back at Dallas.
Yeah,
and they gotta hope that Dallas falls apart. But watch the Blackhawks.
But you know what? Let's let the Dallas Vegas game go to overtime and have Dallas win in OT. So then
it's 2 points.
Vegas gets a point.
So it's a 2-point difference.
So it's a 2-point difference, and then they roll into Chicago, and Derek King doesn't mess it up.
Yeah, because if you think about it, because then it would have to be Vegas would have to beat Chicago to stay alive, and then have to go to St. Louis on the last game of the season to make it into the playoffs. But get the 1 point, you're 2 back, and have Chicago be like, "Psych, you need to win in this game." Oh, yeah, you know what?
Screw it. Let Dallas beat them. Let the Blackhawks beat them, and then we don't give a darn. By then
it's over. Like, Vegas ain't getting back in. You know what though? I like it. Let Dallas win in overtime. Give Vegas a shred of hope, and then the Blackhawks are like, "Nope, psych. We eliminated you from the bubble. We're going to eliminate you from playoff contention just because why not?
Why not?
And then we get to basically talk about off-season stuff while my other podcast, I got to talk about playoff stuff. Because we should do what we should do, though, I think for the next episode, because I know we still don't have a guest yet for that one. I hate to say we're going to have to do a year in review of these Blackhawks. But here's a team awards, the Wohawk Awards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give them all to the top 9 of Patrick Kane, Taylor Strome, and Alex DeBrincat. You win.
MVP, top scorer.
You know what? Let's make up our own awards.
Why not?
Let's inject some fun into Blackhawks hockey. Uh-oh. Everything good?
Oh, you're good. Yeah, everything's good.
Let's inject some fun into Blackhawks hockey. And let's each make up 3 awards that don't exist. We're just going to pull something off the seat of our pants. It needs to have an explanation for what it's awarded for.
Right.
And then we got to name it.
Okay.
Let's make this fun.
Yeah, why not? We need to have the Blackhawk. We have to have the Wohawk Awards. We'll come up with a better name for it, and then we'll have to do a season review.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's basically the episode. And then hopefully, unless we have other PHF news, which by the next
I feel like
episode,
next week there's going to be a lot because free agent frenzy is going to start.
yeah. So depending on
So we're gonna have some news.
if everything kicks off, we should have a good bit of news. If not, it's going to be a lot of Blackhawks and very little bit of WoHo unless something crazy happens.
I don't know. We can make some things happen. I mean, as long as like Twitter hasn't exploded by our next episode.
Oh, since Elon Musk just bought the entire Twitter account, Twitter for like $44 billion.
See, what's funny is I've heard 3 different reported prices. I've heard 43, 44, and 45.
Honestly, it doesn't affect me at all because it's still Twitter. It's going to be free. It's just going to be more fun. It's going to be more fun because, like, why not?
Less censorship, more fun. So,
yes. Yeah, you're not going to get shadow banned for the most dumbest things possible.
Heck, maybe we'll get more Twitter followers now. Who knows? Maybe we're shadow banned for some reason for talking about WoHo. Who knows?
Or stop the follow limit count. So wherever the limit.
Oh God, that drives me crazy.
What limit exceeded? Like, when did that start? All of a sudden, like, what the heck?
I don't know. My favorite is the notifications limit, where it's like you've reached your limit. Retry in a few minutes, and I'm like, sir, I'm just checking my notifications. Like,
yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. I kept getting hit with the limit. I hit the limit exceeded during the semifinal and the finals. Like, I kept getting notifications for our podcast Twitter, but I could not see what anything was saying. Even though
I
it's
was
like
getting the same
9,
thing.
10, 11. And I'm like, I'm not exceeding anything. I'm like trying to live tweet the actual game, and I can't do anything because I kept
I'm trying to like talk about hacky guys.
Like, it was to the point where our podcast Twitter and my other podcast Twitter all got hit with the same thing. I'm like, I can't do anything. I can't read any of the notifications.
Yeah. I can't see what's happening.
It's like 15 minutes later when it all pops back up, and I'm like, finally. It's like, what are we doing?
Then it's like,
here?
okay. Whew. Oh, hi, Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane's on my phone.
Patty Kane. Hey, I got Patty Kane on my t-shirt for his 1,000th game, even though the Blackhawks didn't win it.
You rocking that one Kane shirt over there.
I mean, why not? It's Patty Kane and his 1,000. I just wish the team actually won that game, but...
When do we ever win, like, ceremonial games?
When do we ever do that? They didn't do it for John Mercer. No, sorry. They did one time.
Yeah.
Pat Foley's last game. Pat Foley's farewell. That is the only one they've won.
The hockey gods were like, you want to have all of the Pat Foley? Cool. We're going to give you overtime and a shootout. Like, you're going to get every ounce of Pat Foley you can possibly get.
Gosh, that game lasted forever, too. And the thing is, Kaner's 1,000th game didn't do it. Taze's 1,000th game didn't do it. Patty Kane's 1,000, whatever point he had, didn't do it. Like, his
celebration night didn't do it. Host night, hot mess.
Jalmerson night didn't do it either. Yeah. And that was against the Oilers and Duncan Keith. Nothing. Like, it seems like every ceremonial night or any night that actually mattered, nothing.
No. Well, in Pat Foley night, they had to just make that one.
Just stress-inducing, like, just so extra because it's the Blackhawks.
Y'all are gonna, like, end Pat Foley in the broadcast booth. Like, he's not gonna make it to the end of this game with all of this insanity that's happening.
The thing is, like, if we started this podcast a few years ago when it was actually fun, like, could you imagine how our mental state would be when it was, like, during the good times and then goes into this? Like, we're already kind of like...
I feel like we would be more of a hot mess if we started this during the good times then hit this, like, soul-crippling Kyle Beach stuff.
And then just then the Derek King's, the Jeremy Colleton saga, Derek King's mess, which, hey, congrats to the Piggies. They finally made the playoffs for the first time since 2018 because Derek King isn't their head coach.
Yes, Piggy playoff time. Like,
so
at least Courtney and I have minor league playoff hockey. Well, she's got the Leafs. That's a Game 7 round 1 exit. So
you know what we need to do, though? We do need to bring Courtney on again for a Piggy's playoff preview, just because they're part of the organization. So why not, right?
Probably not next Sunday. She's going on a trip.
Well,
I will reach out to her and see what's possible.
yeah,
See what we can do.
maybe a midweek show. We'll figure something out.
I have playoff hockey on Wednesday and Thursday, so
we'll figure something out.
we'll figure it. We'll figure it out.
Either way, we need to get the Dagger back on the podcast for a second run, and then a third during the off season, a fourth during the off season, like 5 more next season.
It's just going to be like ping pong in between From Center Ice and Let's Talk Little Hockey. We're just going to.
Thankfully, she's already agreed to be like, okay, that's fine. Just let me know. So it's like we're ringing on for a lot of these shows just because.
Yeah. Well, and the nice thing about summer is we can talk about fun things that aren't necessarily hockey. We can like talk about movies, or like nerdy things, or
we could do that.
We can have like a memorabilia showcase. Who knows?
Ranking the best PHF jerseys, and that's counting alternates and special game day ones, like,
ranking all of the Blackhawks jerseys that have ever existed.
Oh, I can already tell you right now, the one that my white whale of the Blackhawks jerseys with the collar with the 3 stars on it, that's easily going to be in my top 5, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Because
you mean the one that I found and sent you a picture of that's at Gunzo's, like former official supplier of the Chicago Blackhawks?
And the funny part is, I would literally, because I have a couple jerseys I want to sell, I would have traded that. I'd be like, I'll do a 1-for-1 jersey trade.
If I would have had the funds, I would have purchased it for you.
I basically would, because I know we've talked about doing that. So I was like, I would trade you one of my jerseys just for that.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. If I would have had the funds,
here's a Johnny
if I hadn't just started a new job,
I
100% would have gotten it for you. But I just started a new job, and this trip had been planned since November. So I was scraping together what pennies I could to do things like have Portillo's and buy souvenirs at the United Center and the Blackhawks store.
For sure. Maybe next time. Well, my parents did move to Wisconsin, so maybe take a trip to Chicago. Yeah, I need to go to the Blackhawks store. I got a lot of stuff I need to buy and go to Gonzo.
You got to go to Gunzo's.
I mean, duh. I mean, you have to, and then go to Portillo's, and then
I really want an Italian beef sandwich so bad. Like, I had several when I was in Chicago, and now I want one so desperately.
I want to go to Culver's, but our nearest one is like almost at the border of North Carolina, out like above Rock Hill and south of Charlotte. That's our closest Culver's.
There's one 2 miles down.
I know. Your Culver's and your Whataburger, and you got your Buc-ee's gas station there, because now Buc-ee's is in Florida.
Buc-ee's is in St. Augustine, so I mean.
Oh, there is. Oh well, my former stomping grounds of the first 2 years of high school.
Yeah, it's in.
Yay, Nice.
Yeah, it's in St. Augustine. I mean, I'm not going to drive like an hour to go to a damn gas station when gas is $4 a gallon. So that's not happening.
Yeah, I know there's a few more popping up, but it's just but you got your Whataburger.
Wawa. I love Wawa.
At least we got Quick Trip, so at least we got something that's pretty decent. So, but it's not.
Man, y'all are missing out.
It's South Carolina, man. We don't get the nice things here.
Come to Jacksonville. All the good stuff is here.
Eventually, one day.
We got hockey. We got Culver's. I mean, hell, there's a Portillo's in Orlando.
Speaking of which, we're actually talking about doing a family trip to Disney next Halloween time.
Okay. You're getting confirmed from the missus. Let's talk little hockey.
Did you say something, Tara? No. just a random thing. So
I can't. You guys are the best.
Our audio people are like, what is going on? It's just
see, this is why you gotta subscribe on YouTube, y'all, because we love that you listen on audio. Still listen on audio because we love you guys.
Well, yeah, because we need the downloads. We need the downloads.
Go catch all of the fun on YouTube when you're like, what the hell is happening? You could see if you just watched on YouTube.
Yeah, it's just it's the fact that like we've like all the news we've talked about is basically done for. It's just at this point, it's like
No. Now we're just having fun.
it's,
Technically, we're watching the Hawks game while we record. Still 2-1 Blackhawks, so there's that.
even then, it's like, bro.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing with having the Blackhawks and the fact that like you even have Ben Pope going like there's 3 games left. There's like 2. It's like even Ben Pope is like done.
I'm not gonna lie. Like when I pulled up the schedule earlier to go over the scores, I got really sad when I clicked over to May and it said no games scheduled.
I'm honestly not really. I'm not upset about that though.
I have super random, fun hockey related news.
Okay.
Your girl's playing for the championship in our fantasy hockey league.
I saw that. Yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah, the one against the 2 seed. Who would have saw that coming?
Right?
I really thought I had a chance, but then Tyler's like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you by a lot.
That's who I'm playing this week. So he is one of my losses.
The thing was, like, I had it pretty close for the most of the week, and then like over the weekend, he was like, yeah. He beat me by like 60. So I'm like,
so
I was a good 3 seed.
I have players playing today, and he has none.
That's an advantage.
So he doesn't have anybody like even like he didn't just like leave people on the bench because I know you've done that plenty of times. He has no Flyers or Blackhawks.
Wow. Luckily for me though, I did finally start paying attention and I got on a massive heater to get to be the number 3 seed in our entire league. So I mean that there is that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Guess who I'm playing?
You're welcome.
Guess who I'm playing to get the number 3 to get the 3rd overall slot in our league? Courtney. Yeah, it's the 3
last week. So
it's the 3 against the 5 seed. I think I've beaten Courtney the entire year. So I'm not taking it lightly.
I played her last week to get to the final, so I beat her last week.
I'm curious to see what our league's going to do next year because I'm assuming we're probably going to have to start a whole new league.
We don't have a Wolfhawks league. We don't play fantasy hockey with our friends.
Yeah, I think
I'm sure if it's going to be this same league because I'm going to talk to the owner and see if I can get the ownership transferred because it's a keeper league and keepers are keepers and we love keepers. But if not, we'll just start a new league. It's fine.
I think we're probably going to have to start a new league because the point system is absolutely whack.
You can change those things from season to season, though.
Yeah, because this points average thing is it's too much.
You're getting glitchy, friend.
Oh no! But But no, like the point system needs to get changed, and we need to expand the rosters. I swear to goodness.
Expand the IR slots, especially with the way the NHL schedules things. Like there is a day this week where I have a full playing roster and everyone on my bench is also playing. So now I have to figure out like what the hell I'm gonna do.
Yeah, we need, and the thing is, it's position based too, because for more strategy.
That's standard.
Well, no. There's some where it's just forwards, defensemen, and utility.
Mm-hmm.
This league is center, right.
This is why you need players like Clayton Keller and Ian Barbashev because they're a center, left wing, and right wing. Heyo, you got to draft smart, friends.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like because I've been in this one league for about like 4 years now, and it's all forwards, all defensemen, couple utility spots, and then it's just your bench with like 8 IR slots. So that's the one to have. That's why I'm kind of hoping with the league, if we start one, we need to go just forwards. I don't care what position they play.
If I can get this league ownership transferred to me, I will see if I can change because at the end of the season, like you're supposed to be able to change the rules according to the app FAQs. So I will see if those changes can be made. And if not, then we'll be like, deuces. Or we can just leave it open and have it be a funsy situation. I found out my new job has they play fantasy hockey.
Oh, there you go.
And they have like a league that has money involved and a league that's just for fun. And I was like, cool, because I finished number 1 in my league. And I was 17-5 before the playoffs, and he was like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah." And honestly, outside of like Kuznetsov, Kane, Tom Wilson, And then my tendies, my team is made up to a bunch of dudes. Like it's not even.
And here's the thing with my fantasy team, because I'm going to pull it up now. It's just the fact of just how partially annoyed I am, but I'm also kind of like, okay, it is what it is. It's the fact that my 16-6 team. The funny thing, my other league, I was 14-8-2. I had 2 ties, not 1, 2 ties. But this league where I went 16-6 on the most 7-game win streak heater that I had. I think someone broke one of my win streaks.
I wonder who that could have been.
Actually, no, it was Derek. Yeah.
Oh,
Derek,
my trainer.
Yeah, he beat me in the middle of a 3-game. I had a 3-game win streak. He broke it. Then I went 7 straight. But then before
who did
that,
you lose to?
Tyler, January 3rd. He was another one. Then I had a 3-game where it was Jackie, Von Doom, and then you. Oh no, actually Dagger did beat me one week. So actually, I think we're kind of split.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. Sorry, I only faced her one. No, we did split. But here's my team, and this is the thing that kind of annoys me. I'm like, I can't believe that this team did not get Sebastian Aho, Logan Couture, Trocheck, Kirill Kaprizov, Nikolai Ehlers. He's been on and off. Sam Bennett, Elias Lindholm, who's had an insane season for the Flames. Matt Duchene, who's had a career resurgence all of a sudden. Dylan Strome, I got him in the middle of his heater. He's been fantastic.
He did. I remember.
Ian Provorov has been so hit and miss for me this year. It's annoying. Morgan Riley, TDA. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Sure. See, look, you just put the bad juju on your team by doing that. So
yeah. Ryan Anderson of Calgary. He's played really well. Kevin Shattenkirk of the Ducks. Shatty's been amazing. Teuvo Teravainen. I mean, you gotta have the turbo. Mika Rantanen. Mika Rantanen of the Avalanche. That was I think a solid move. Victor Arvidsson. I got Victor Arvidsson. Elias Pettersson. Tyler Toffoli. He's been on and off since I got him, but he's been all right. This guy, career year for him, and I got him in the middle of his heater, and he's been really good this year too. Nick Schmaltz.
Schmaltzy.
And then I have 2 goalies.
Yeah.
Victor Husso from the Blues. He's been on a heater. And Jeremy Swayman was a free agent in our league, and I picked him up.
I mean, there were some things that happened in our league where I was like, what the hell is happening right now?
Like for me, at one point I dropped Brandon Hagel, and then he goes on a complete heater after I drop him.
I remember because I was like, bro, what are you doing? Why did you? And you were like, he fell off, and I was like, yeah. And what about now?
Yeah, he fell off, and then it's like, oh, by the way, here you go.
Oh, by the way, you dropped me. Watch what happens next.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to have this team back next year, but
yeah, I'd love to be able to continue my keepers are Boone, Jenner, and Patrick Kane. So I would love to continue this league.
I have a strong feeling it's probably about 90-10 that we're gonna have to create our own Woe Hockey League, because
I'm fairly certain we are, but I'm gonna be hopeful. I'm gonna
that's why I have that
10%.
As long as we get back at least Tyler, Courtney, and Jackie. Probably, like I said, Tyler. I guess it depends if Derek wants to come back too.
I can probably convince him to come back because
he needs a better team.
I convinced him to join in the first. Well, no, here's the problem. He stopped paying attention to it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and honestly, that's the downfall of fantasy hockey is it is a long season, and it's a really in-depth. It's not like, 16 weeks and you're done.
Oh no, baseball season is absolutely. I'm in 3 baseball leagues. I'm about ready to be done with all 3 of them because it is every day.
I don't watch baseball.
It's think about doing a lineup every day.
I do my hockey lineup a week at a time. I go in,
but
I set my lineup, and then I'll check in, like, if somebody gets hurt. I'll check goalies daily.
But this thing is, though, it's like 30 roster spots without IRs being counted in it.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to figure out
baseball is just too much. Okay, it's just too much. They play too many games. It's summer. It's hot. It's too much.
I feel like I've been in one baseball league for so long, and it's to the point where I'm kind of about ready to just be like, I'm just doing fantasy hockey and that's it. Because, well, unless Nick Rodriguez, who's part of a Belly Up, he's like, hey, you want to come back for football next year? Fine, because I did win something in his last one.
Let's
so
go. Way to go, buddy.
If he keeps inviting me to things, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I got second place, so I mean, I'll take it for fantasy football. with a 9-7 record, I finished.
I feel
almost
like
500.
that's a thing in football. Like, you can go places with crap records.
Yeah, I got hot at the right time. That's basically about it. Like,
yeah.
But
I mean,
like
I got hot and stayed hot. The other problem with Derek's fantasy team is he had something come up on draft day and had to send it to auto draft.
Oh, and his team was brutal.
Yeah, it was bad.
The thing is, I don't think there was. I think we had like one trade, and I think that was. Yeah. I don't think there was like any. I don't think anyone traded. I think that's
so real quick, because you and I traded with each other. How's Brady Shea working out for you, buddy?
Brady Shea's not on my team.
You traded for him and then dropped him, sir. By the way, Jacob True was working out beautifully.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest fleece job.
Look, when I submitted that trade, I was like, there is no way in hell he says yes to this. And then you were like, glitching, and I got the da-na-na, and I was like, he said yes to that.
That was in the middle of Brady Shea's absolute heater he was on. So yeah, I kind of took that. Like, okay, he's got to maintain this. He didn't maintain it. I love Brady Shea, but if it was like Jacob Slavin, I would.
Jacob Truba, who, by the way, has 176.1 points on the season for our fantasy league.
Brutal. I'll take the L for that trade. I'll take the.
I mean,
I'll take the glory.
Just throw out those L's.
You know what though? If I at least beat Courtney and get the third spot in our fantasy league, I'll take it because that's really good for the fact that I kind of didn't care for. Well, it's not like I didn't care. I just kept forgetting for the first like 3 weeks of the season. Like I said, they got on a massive heater when I went like 7 straight to go 16-6. So that should really tell you something how hot my team got. Yeah, and then I had to face Tyler in the semifinal. I'm like, this is not going to end well.
This is going to be pain.
It was close. Pain. It was close, and then the weekend hit. Then I lost by like 60. Like there was one point I led him for like half the week, and then he took the lead, but it was still close.
Oh, you mean like that one non-COVID week where we faced each other, and then it was like, oh, I'm winning. Oh, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, I come out of nowhere. I'm like, I
think both your goalies had shutouts that weekend with like a ridiculous number of saves, and I was like, well, there goes.
That's because you were beating me like all week, and I think I won by like what 0.7 or something. Like it was like stupid close.
Can we also talk about that COVID shutdown? Because we played each other when the league shut down, and like I almost came back and won after being like 20 in the hole.
Yeah, because you were 20 in the hole, got the lead, and then I had to win on the last night. Actually, because I thought I lost.
Yeah, we were both like, "Well, great week, bud." And then I log in the next morning. I'm like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I was on my way to work because I usually check my rosters on my way to work, and then I see that it's like I get the confetti falling down, and I'm like,
and you're like, "What the hell?"
I won by point. It was like I know it was under
1. It was 0.1.
And I'm
was like.
Like by 0.1, I think it was like what 6 down. Like I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna win this.
Yeah, you were like almost double-digit points down. I think it was
going.
It was significant.
going into the final night, I think it was like 10 o'clock. I'm like, I'm not going to win this because I'm like, I was still, like you said, about 10 points back.
Yeah.
And I win by a point because my goalies got at the right time. At the right time. It was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was 0.4. It was 102.2 to 102.6.
Because of the fact that my goalies absolutely saved me that week.
Yeah.
On the last night.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to get double shutties and then just win you that game.
Yeah. Just thanks, guys. So,
speaking of goalies, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not really a goalie, but it's still hockey related. But it's a show that I'm really excited that's going to come out in May.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Shorzy.
That
yes.
that clip.
That preview was money.
The fact that you actually see Shorzy walk
Jared
out of the fact he walks out of the back, like finally you get to see what he actually looks
with
like.
Like the mullet. That's what got me. Was like the.
I'm excited for Terry Ryan to show up in this because he's in it too. And if you don't know who Terry Ryan is,
Google's your friend if you don't know who Terry Ryan is. Like
Terry Ryan is so great. The fact that
he's
also in this.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, it stinks because I know a lot of people on hockey Twitter, even in the States, saw Letterkenny live, and it pains me because I would love to see this because it's Letterkenny. Like, if you don't know Letterkenny, you're missing out.
You want to know what? That's one thing that Florida didn't get. We did not get Letterkenny live.
That's terrible. I don't think South Carolina got it either, so don't feel too bad. If you guys are looking for something to watch during the off season, Letterkenny is your Letterkenny is your friend, and then of course when Shorzy starts, and the thing is Shorzy is late May, which pains me because it's 2 weeks after Canada gets it. Like, I mean, it makes sense. It's in Canada.
Yeah,
so
but no. See, we get Letterkenny the next day, and we get Shorzy 2 weeks later. So I'm hot about that. But we are running out of time, friend. We are running out of time. So you've got to tell the humans where to find you.
You can only find me on Twitter because I have other socials, but I don't really use them very much. But if you want to follow me on my takes of hockey and other sports, but mainly hockey, is One True Zach. It's ONE True Zach, not the number one. I make this joke every week, and it's still funny because why not? It's not the Wonders, it's not the Oneaters, it's the One True Zach.
And now we confuse the people because for me, you can find me on Twitter at Wonder Beffers, and it is Wonder, like WONDER.
like
Wonder.
Like I wonder what happened to the Oneaters.
Exactly. So Wonder Beffers.
If you've not seen that thing, you do go watch it. It's fantastic, and the guys do look great in the red suits.
They do. And then you can find our podcast on Twitter and the Gram at Talk Whoa Hockey Pod.
And that's WOHAWKEY.
Perfect. And questions, comments, concerns can go to our email address, which is letstalkwhohockey@gmail.com.
Give us all your questions and concerns, or how much you love.
You got concerns? You got hot takes? Send them to us in an email, and we'll discuss them.
Like Seth Jones somehow still gets traded to the Coyotes at the right time. I'll be here for it because why not?
A girl can hope. Oh, Patrick Kane scored a goal and it was beautiful.
A guy can dream, and Patty Kane is just Patty Kane. Patty Kane.
We love him. So, Hawks, until next time, enjoy. Check us out on all the socials. Hop on that link tree. Grab some Shocked Hydrate. Get that energy. Get ready for summer. We got it going. We're gonna have us a summer. We're gonna have an off season. We're gonna make it fun. So until next time, we will see you later. Adios, friends.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this Belly Up Media production. Some said we'd go belly up, so we made it our name. And